Park Na Rae is facing renewed scrutiny as Dispatch released additional evidence suggesting that she received IV drips and prescription drugs outside legally permitted medical settings. The release contradicts earlier statements made by Park's legal representatives, who insisted that her treatments were entirely lawful. According to Dispatch, the photos and KakaoTalk messages they obtained show Park receiving IV fluids inside a private home rather than an authorized medical facility. In one message, Park reportedly states she is going to the injection sister's house. Dispatch concluded that nothing about this appears legal. Despite this, Park's legal team reiterated its stance. They stated that there is nothing illegal about the medical treatments Park Na Rae received and maintained that her care was administered through legitimate house call services. Dispatch countered this claim by referencing Korea's Medical Service Act. Article 33 states that performing medical procedures for payment outside a licensed medical institution constitutes operating an unauthorized clinic. Dispatch noted that the location in question was merely an officetell in Ilsan, not a certified facility. Article 34 states that remote medical care requires specific facilities and equipment approved by the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Dispatch argued that none of the conditions for legitimate telemedicine were met, describing the equipment used as a suitcase, not approved devices. Park's attorneys claimed she relied on house calls due to her demanding filming schedule. Dispatch acknowledged her busy workload but pointed out that there are numerous medical facilities near her home, whereas the distance from Itaewon to Ilsan, where the alleged treatments occurred, is 28 kilometers. The time spent traveling that distance would have been enough to receive an IV at a nearby hospital. Dispatch also questioned the source of the large quantity of IV supplies possessed by the so-called injection sister, asking where such drugs were obtained and calling for an investigation into the distribution of prescription-only medication. The outlet further presented what it claimed to be evidence of proxy prescriptions, quoting a message, "I'm gathering prescriptions to prepare more." According to Dispatch, contrary to Park's explanation, the injection sister is not a doctor. Instead, the individual reportedly operated businesses registered in cosmetics manufacturing, medical tourism, online shopping, and entertainment, none of which confer medical authority. An Instagram profile listing, Inner Mongolia Medical University Special Professor, also could not be verified as a valid medical credential. Dispatch reported that on a day Park returned from an overseas shoot in November 2023, the provider met her at the airport, after which Park received an IV drip inside a Carnival vehicle en route to MBC headquarters. Photos allegedly show IV tubes behind curtains in the car's backseat. Dispatch pointed out that this could also violate the Waste Control Act, which mandates that medical waste must be collected in approved containers and disposed of through authorized companies. Improper disposal can carry penalties of up to 2 years in prison or a fine of up to 20 million Korean won, about $13,570 United States dollars. Dispatch also stated that the sleeping capsules Park took were classified by the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety as psychoneurotic agents, commonly used as antidepressants, drugs that require a physician's prescription and cannot legally be stored, distributed, or shared by unlicensed individuals. They emphasized that such medications should not be given to certain groups, including patients with alcohol or sedative dependence. Dispatch additionally disclosed KakaoTalk messages from Park's November 2023 filming of I Live Alone in Taiwan. In the messages, Park asks staff to bring the injection sister overseas, saying, "I'm dying. The alcohol won't clear." Dispatch questioned whether the production team was aware of the provider's credentials. The outlet concluded by systematically rebutting the 5 key points raised by Park's side. They stated that none of these points withstand scrutiny when compared against the evidence they gathered, asserting that Park's medical treatments appear to clearly violate multiple laws. Dispatch also called for an investigation into the injection sister, who allegedly administered IV drips in an office cell, accumulated prescriptions, handled medical drugs, traveled overseas for treatments, and received cash payments. See also, Park Na Rae to continue with broadcast appearances as scheduled despite numerous abuse accusations.